What's going on, y'all? Y'all already know the vibes. Central Ohio creators here. Got the Jet Taking 3 vibes here as always. Ohio Quis is in the building. We got the Beat Hustle over here in the cut. You see what's going on. Mastermind Click represent. And today we got a special guest. We got a 614 legend in the building with us today, y'all. Yes, sir. We said it. We got the Jakkster, but a lot of y'all today might know him better as Mr. Coach Mo.
Coach Mo.
Pleasure to have you in the
Coach
building.
Mo, aka the Jakkster in the house. How we doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Dad.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, this is also Ohio Quis' dad too, so we can, that up close and personal look at a legend right now. This is a blessing right now. So appreciate you for being here with us.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. So we already caught some vibes with Pops before the camera started rolling, so we already know we dealing with a real one. Nobody's surprised, to be honest. So let's get into the questions. Let's go, Quis.
Okay, Dad. So first question I got for you: what made you get into music?
What made me get into music? Well, shit, I got into music because how can I say this, man? There was a lot of people that when I was growing up that was trash, and I didn't think I was sweet, but I feel like I'm better than him. I'm better than him, and I still just jumped off the porch with it, man. My first group, I think we was probably we might have been in the 3rd, 4th grade. Me and my dude, Derek Ivory, called ourselves the Smurfs. Nobody knows that. Y'all the first that's super exclusive. Nobody knows that. Yeah, I never told nobody that, man. But yeah, that might have lasted about a good week.
Okay. The name or just in general?
Everything.
Okay. Yeah.
First time we did a show somewhere direction, it was like the what? The Smurfs. Yeah. But we're still cool. That was it. Just when I got to high school, man, there's people rapping and stuff, and I could just crack. I used to crack all the time. I used to talk really fast. So I need to something. And I started just writing, started putting stuff together. I was like, what you think of this? Oh, that's sweet. Before you know it, I started rapping, man.
Now, when you used to crack on people, were you like a battle rapper as well? You used to like battle people?
You could say it was a battle, but I was mainly just a song.
I got you.
It wasn't like they doing that, but the days to your head, it wasn't nothing like that. It was your mom, your sister.
Riffing on it.
Yeah, I'm running them all. I got him super mad.
I got you. Now, talk about the creation of the Columbus Mob. So, you are one of the original members. Basically, one of the first, to my knowledge, one of the first originators of the hip hop sound in Columbus. We're talking 90s, the early 2000s. Talk to us about the creation of that.
In case y'all don't know.
Yeah.
Let me show y'all.
So, get up in there real close. You know what I'm saying? The Midwest funk.
If you from here, if you know.
We ain't even bring up the albums. We just, you know what I mean? Like, this is a real deal legend right here. So, talk to us about the creation of the group and, what all went into the mob.
I just looked it up. It's gold now, too.
Is it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. It was just a bunch of cats was together, man. Well, what it was, Ohio State had a talent show. That's how we got hooked up with the Columbus Mob. Excuse me. Ohio State had a talent show, and I needed a partner that was a girl. When I first came out, my group's name. I was solo, M.O. and E. My dude Slap was my DJ, so M.O. and E.
Okay.
So his name was E. So, but I needed a female. I wanted a female. Like, I need a female or something. Anybody done this before? Anybody done this? And there's a bunch of girls that could rap. Girls that could flow, but they just wasn't like Kay. Kay had the attitude. She could flow. She could rap. Whatever he was on, she's going to embark on that journey and ride with you. And she could also write. She could also write her material with you. It didn't matter to me. But so we did a song called Booty Freak, and then that went in the Ohio State thing, and cats was mad. When I say mad, cats was mad. They was mad. I think that the Alphas do it. The Alphas was African, so it was down into Union. Okay. And we just blew the doors off everybody. They were sitting back like, and I didn't expect us to win. We won that mug, so we hooked up with Owen, joined the Columbus Mob, and we went around and had some fun. We had some fun. It was a wild ride. There was dudes from Dayton, from Cleveland. So all the artists came in, and we started meeting. We got a couple of songs with different artists, but it was a ride, man. It was a ride. I tell y'all this, man. That song that we got on there is that The Chronic. They weren't even gonna put it up. They weren't even gonna put it on there. That or the other, because the dude didn't think it was. He didn't think it was hot enough.
Really?
And we did shows. That's the one that blew the spot. We used to when we did shows. We was Jack and Jill. We was it, and they realized, okay, these guys are better than I thought they were. and a lot of people, they do their album, but they don't sound like their album.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can tell them we sound like the album. Our voices is that's how I sound. That's how I sound. You know, you can have your little, you know, your perfections or your little reverb and all that stuff on it. But there's a lot of cats when they got on to the show, they didn't sound nothing like that. I'm even in the crowd like, who's that? Oh, that's my dude. He don't sound nothing like that.
Right,
So that was one thing that we had advantage over a lot of artists when we did stuff. And we also did a show. We got on the Wish Foundation. Just from that first album, we got on the Wish Foundation that traveled all over the globe. It was a compilation they put together. So we did a couple shows that then was all rock groups. It was only black group at these rock concerts. And it was killing them.
Really?
It was a blast, man. It was a freaking blast. It's the first time I seen somebody in my own eyes on the stage with on stage live. And I'm like this, like.
They caught him?
Oh my God, caught him. He surfed all over the place. They threw him back on stage. Jack, jump. We don't do that. Jack, jump. Like, They looking at K. They was like, come on, K, jump. He was like, we can't. So I'm leaning down, pulling people on stage. Security grabbed my pants so I didn't fall off the stage because I was little. I reached down, dude pulled me out, pulled him back. Come on, man. We don't do that, my brother. We don't do that.
Yeah, there's all kind of stuff going on that you're getting passed around.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Straight.
100%. And like I said, if somebody just had to be the funny man to just move, and we was already, they were down there. They were probably down there where the floors at. And we were up here on the stage, so I could reach down and grab their hands. So they were at least a good 5 to 6 feet down below us. And they run and jump off the stage. They said, I got you, Jack. Come on, man. Hey, jump. No. Now I did do a show where a brother came up on the stage and jumped off the stage. But as a matter of fact, this was here. This was here at, might have been in the convention center. Might have been in the convention center. Did a show at the convention center. Some group from here was, my man ran back. He said, check me out. Jumped off the stage. Man, I laughed so hard, I laughed so hard. It was I mean, when I say unbelievable, it's like, it took about 5 minutes for the lights to come on. They thought, like, did this dude just really, like, what happened to him? I looked at him up well in the corner, blue, out of breath, couldn't breathe. I think he broke his rib, probably cracked his neck. I said, dude, what made you jump off the stage? This isn't that type of...
No, I'm definitely one of the people moving. I'm moving.
Yeah, I ain't catching nobody.
And he wasn't a little dude, but he wasn't a big dude. And I'm really looking at this dude, I'm jumping. Jumping what? I'm gonna jump. Don't do that, man. They're not gonna catch you. He said, dude, they're gonna catch me. They're not gonna catch you, dude. This isn't that type of crowd. Now, the shorty, they wouldn't jump. Now, she flipped and kicked dude in the face. Pow, they still grabbed her, surfed her around. Like, dude, you're not gonna catch you. He ran and dove Superman. And I'm like, so, he hit the floor and all this. Bow! The lights, but everything shut off, man. They popped on. He was way over there, like, I see he called the squad. I think he killed himself.
Broke his leg.
Show's over.
Those are just some of the things that's Columbus, man. Just been at it for a minute, man. The thing is, if you're gonna do it, it's consistency. You gotta be consistent, man. That's the biggest thing. Be consistent and get with some good people, man. Get a good squad. Everybody's squad is not what you think it is. You got people on your own team that's hey buddy, but they're not on your team. They're not rooting for you. They're not rooting for you. Hell, some of them hate right in front of your face, man. And you will see that, man. We done shows and I watch people actually, like, man, hate for no reason. Man, we about to do these things. We want y'all to go, man, y'all go 5th. Okay. Man, y'all go last. We're gonna do our first. Okay, cool.
I like the Apollo story. Tell them that.
Yeah, I did a show back in the day. I was just telling bro about the other day when I was in Tulsa when I was younger. They cut it was another group, and they was the favorites, and they cut our music off and went our instrumental.
I done had them bring in another track in the middle of instrumental, and I'm telling dude, like, dude, that's not on this track. It's something you did. I said, it's not on the track, dude. I'm telling dude, man, can you so I want to stop it. The dude was like, listen, man, that's still in your time. You got 5 minutes. It's still on your time. I said, man, we'll stop it. This is not. This dude, you got your arm, you done hit something. He said, man, ain't nobody doing that. Do your you shut up. Looking back at dude, like, looking at KK like, this is crazy. So towards the end, I think he turned it up even more. So now it's blood. And I was like, okay, we done. I turned the mic off and like, man, we done. That script came out. It was doing it for them. And I went up there. I said, my man, there's something. He was like, oh, my fault. He wanted to have another volume, but I pulled it down. I just looked at him. I said, dude, you did that shit on purpose. You did that on purpose, man. oh, my fault. Here it is. Boom, because the girl said, you gotta fix that shit. He was like, hold on. They're like, dude, this one's up. Put it down. He's like, oh, my fault. I was just like,
Wow.
got you.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Got you.
They take that competitive nature to another level sometimes.
But for no reason.
Literally for no reason.
Because we were all pretty much on the same team. But once again, I just said you got some on your team that don't want to see you shine. So I got people on my own team that was like, hey, people on other team that was hating. I'm not sure. And so that's the hardest part, finding a team to stay solid with it, man, because you're going to have your difficulties. And we never had never about no money. It was just about who thought they was the hottest. It didn't matter.
Ego.
When we go first, we go first. I didn't care where you put us at. There's 10 groups. When we did shows, might be seven to 8 artists off the album. We do shows. All over O.H.I.O. I don't care what place you put us. But as we found out, they started putting us first, and we blew the spot. And everybody else was like this, yeah, they can't go first. They can't go first. There's been many of those, and I cracked up. I mean, it took me a minute for it to register. I said, what kind of crowd rocking with us, man? I watched it. Y'all ready, y'all? It was like, Jack, jam. I was like, oh, do it again. Say it again. Yeah, so we stopped going first. We could go fifth. Or a lot of times, sometimes we use that we would go last.
Okay.
We go last. We let everybody come on stage with us. We would just rock out.
You have a favorite performance?
Yes, we did in New Orleans. We did a show in New Orleans. I got a few of them. But this right here was one that was just so off the chain where we in. This is it. We gone. This is our door open. We took off. It was at the Essence Awards after party. It was at the Holiday Inns Ballroom. This mug was wall to wall, stacked, stupid, security. And the best part is there was dudes from Columbus. That's the part that blew my mind. That's down there. I'm sitting in the VIP eating. Next you know, dude come up and scoop me up in the headlock. And security come out of nowhere and scoop him up. He like, Mo. And I look back and was like, oh, that's my dude. Put him down. I'm like, what are you doing here? I was like, dude. Security's like, you good? I said, yeah. I'm like, how'd you even get over it? But it's my dude. There's like 5 of them. So they was down there kicking it. Did y'all performing? Like, yeah, man, we performing. We blew the spot the fuck apart, man. That was probably, I'm talking about even when the music messed up, they was like, we do it again. Start it over. I didn't want to start doing song over, but you know, I'm on it now. I'm just on the tables, they on the bar stools, they on the bar. They was rocking with us, man. They was rocking with us, man. And the crazy thing was, we get through it, some dude walk up to me with a card. He said, hey man, check this out. I'm from Atlanta. I got this, that, and the third. I want to sign you and your partner right now. I'm looking at this dude, and I'm like, that is going on. I said, no disrespect, man. Real talk. Everything you just said, I heard when I was in New York. I heard when I was in Cali. I heard when I was in Chicago. I heard when I was in Arizona. Excuse me. I heard when I was in Detroit. I heard when I was in Columbus, Cleveland. No disrespect, really. Play a ball. Play a ball. If all I had on the whole get up, he like, really? And that nigga said, man, look around. He said, I ain't like nobody you ever met, my brother. If I'm coming to you, I'm coming to you with some real shit. Everybody would say, whoop. And there's like 30 niggas in the back, all of them had these big ass bracelets on. They was all like, whoop. And I'm looking at her, blew my mind. He's like, so I have to come up here and say shit to you. I came up here because y'all was that motherfucker out to me. Y'all motherfuckers, like, that's what we put y'all out first. Took that dude's card, I said, you got me with that. That. He said, I'm just letting you know, I couldn't sit back there and just enjoy the show. He said, I had to come up here. I want you. I want you on my label. I hollered at you, dapped him up. He went back, was like, whoop. Everybody like all again. I'm like, this motherfucker right here. Let's fast forward.
That's some pull.
He tells me that I'm leaving. He said, yo, rapper dude Jack, call me at 12 o'clock Monday. See how real you are, nigga. All that you sit up there Monday, 12 o'clock. Not 12:01, not 11:59, 12 o'clock on the dot. Shit, man, them other cards, stuff I got, yeah, put them in the box. This right here, that inside pocket. I'm just these niggas full of shit. Call that dude Monday morning. Man, right now I started cracking up. I said, everything I told you guys said is what I said. But right now, you know, we just do, because the other artists will be doing this and this and this. I said, no man, listen, no hard feelings. I holler at you. And I told you, I said, everything I said, you walked up to me and said all that. Who's right and took your card because you said extra shit. I ain't have to make shit like you. I was in the back chilling. Whoop. Just pulled up there, man. I'm telling you, they had toys. Their bracelets were toys, man. I'm looking at this shit. It's gleaming off the lights. Like, look at this. She was like, look at this. And man over there like, you looking at this shit, man? Like, who these niggas, man? And it's like, Robert called me Monday at 12. Called the nigga Monday at 12. All that shit went right out the door. He said, oh man, what happened, man? I'm trying to do this, and we're trying to get, the music guy. He's this and this. I just started laughing, man. I just started laughing. It was so funny. I said, everything I said, man, that's what I said. Everything that you said, I heard it every place I went. It says you put a nice little spin on the end of yours. And you put a little on the end of yours, and you got me with it. But it's good stuff, man. Yeah, I'll holler at you. I'm gonna call you like that, and then don't even waste your time, dude. Don't even waste your time. Don't waste your time. So you put on a good show, though. Put on a hell of a good show. A good show. Another one that was cool, Bushwick. We did a show with Ghetto Boys. I did a little tour with the Ghetto Boys, man.
Get that fan. Get that fan for me.
The man's is, Bushwick was 100% solid dude. Face is solid, man. The whole Ghetto Boys was solid, man. They went through, of all the artists that I've done shows with, hands down, Face, Breed. But Bushwick was like no other, man. He was like no other, man. We sat out there and talked. We was in Lima at the cathedral. We sat outside on the steps, on the back steps. And we just talking. He was so politically correct, man, just about everything. Mindful, man. He had me out sitting there like a little kid looking at this dude.
Bushwick.
And he's really like this tall, man. And I just couldn't stop. I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't stop. At first, I couldn't stop looking at him, man. And I'm listening to him talk. And I'm like, dude, is this dude for real, man? And he got you. In 5 minutes, he got you. You can't even get up, walk away. You listen. He's spitting that game to you, man. Some real shit that I need to hear, like. Damn, dude. Like, man, how old are you, man? I'm asking that, but that's how I felt. He was just it. He was him. He was him. I mean, breaking everything down and this and this and this and this. And it's not like it was even, some dudes get to talking that shit, but I shut the fuck up. It wasn't even that. You want to hear it. I want more. I need more, man. Feed me. And it was that, man. I was like, hands down, he's the most articulate, probably hands down, most articulate, smartest dudes that I've ever met. Just in that little. And he had me out for about 2 hours. And we was just talking about everything. And he was just on it, like, telling me about his eye. He really did that to himself. He had one little bitty piece of gun, and the bullets, he like 6 little bullets. He said he really was messing with it, and the thing went off. Pow! I said, so you shot yourself? He said, I shot myself. It's on album. He said, my eye. He said, I really shot myself in the eye. It was like a whole big super. I was like, that's crazy. He said, nobody shoot me in the eye. Nobody argue with nobody. He said, I was sitting at the table messing with it, and the mud going off and hit me in the eye. I said, whoa. I was like, okay, I believe you. You have to do that, but I believe you. I believe you. But yeah, Bushwick was cool. Tyrese was cool.
When that story on his album about how they involved a woman in it.
But that was just the media.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna make more money saying that. Like, oh my goodness, I cut my own finger off. And that bitch jumped off the roof with a knife and chased me around.
I think Wayne even went with that narrative for a while. I think he acted like he got shot he shot himself in the leg.
Lil Wayne, yeah. Had the gun in his pants. I think he was drunk, pulling it out, it went off. Because they don't put the safety on shit. Put the safety on, put the gun in your pants, the safety on it.
Who was that?
Lil Wayne.
Well, they said Lil Wayne, he was like a kid, right? He shot himself in the chest. Yeah, and the officer ran in there and saved him.
It was a chest.
Shot him in the chest. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, how you accidentally shoot yourself in the chest.
Yeah, right. Was it an accident?
How often are you put, hey, look at this.
Yeah.
I don't see you having your finger on the trigger pointing at you.
Unless you dropped it.
Yeah, or I mean, maybe it wasn't an accident. You think it could have been on that type of time.
Or it could have been the story.
You know what I mean?
On itself so somebody else didn't go away.
You never know. Yeah, you're right though. You never know.
Moving on.
Talk about going solo though, and dropping your own album, Nickel What?
That was a heavy move right there, man.
Yeah.
All that goes back from New Orleans. I came out from New Orleans. We did a show at the Big Easy. This is how crazy this was. We did a show at the Big Easy. Strode just called me up. He was like, yo, I got this track, man. Come by tomorrow. This is on a Saturday. Got back Saturday. He said, so let's come by tomorrow, and I want you to check it out. I said, bet. So me and Kelly walking out of the venue at the Big Easy. Going to the car. We sit in the car talking. And she was like, I'm going to call you tomorrow. Just give her a hug, dap her up. Boom. She get in the car, pull off. I'll go back inside. I don't hear from her for 2 years. 2 years, bro. 2 years. And I had mad connections with That dude's in Detroit, man. Come down here, I give you 5,000. Put you in a hotel and everything. Just to come out and do a show, yeah, come out and do 2 songs for real. Like, yeah, man, it was all over the place. Detroit, New York, Cali, Chicago. I had a bunch of, I give you 8,000. Like, dude, we're not even out. They want to pay us 8,000 to come down and do 3-4 songs at this club. But it's in the hotel. What you smoke, I smoke. What you drink, I drink. Everything we needed was there. So I'm calling, canceling stuff like a week. Hey, man, we can't make it. What you mean you can't make it? I said, man, I apologize, but they didn't send the deposit. I said, don't send the deposit. Don't send nothing. I tell them, don't send nothing. If I don't hear by Wednesday, you hear from me by Wednesday, it's not gonna happen. I'm calling her. I'm going by her house, man. I can't even explain how I felt, dude. I can't even explain how I felt. I didn't have no solo stuff. And one of my dudes years ago, rest in peace, he told me, he said, dude, she's scared of success. He told me that years ago, but I'm like, hey, listen to this dude, man. She go hard. She go too hard. Dude, it all showed, man. It all showed. That was the second thing she did where I should have woke up off the first one. But this one right here killed us. This right here, it's put a stop to everything. Where I didn't have no solo stuff. All the stuff I had, it was us. We probably had 2 albums, stuff we had. 2. I'm like, oh shit, man. Are you kidding me, man? I'm going by talking to her mom, her brother, her dude. They was like, man, she just released here. Sorry, dude. So then I started working on my own stuff. And it's not, the connections I had, they're going to look at you like this. Bro, you, and now, for real. Like, where's she at?
Exactly.
So all that was out the door, so now I'm starting fresh. But the face was already out there. The Jack and G was already out there, so now I'm hitting them back. Yo, I'm getting in the door, you know, group Jack and G. She go, yeah. Now give me this. He said, man, listen, look, the girl thing, that's what we're looking for. Now there's a girl and guy group that did come out. I forgot their name. They only had 1 song, and I forgot where they was from. I seen the video, and I thought they was gonna be. They just wasn't. They wasn't it. I was like, man, they wasn't it. And I never found another female that could replace her. The girls that I could find couldn't rap.
They weren't her.
Yeah, the one couldn't rap. The one she couldn't. She just wasn't it. Her attitude, her demeanor, her character, her whole everything. Like, she was super cool. And I would be like, I can't do nothing with this. Can't do nothing with it. So I started the solo journey, man. And went from there, man. Did a couple shows here and there. I would see, to think of it like the vibe. But I'm like, okay, well, let's ride with it. We're gonna start riding with it, man. But I still stay cool with some cats from Plymouth Mob, so I'm still cool with Denise, Mimi, aka D-Mad. I still see D-Mad every once in a while. D-Mad Clown, I still see him every once in a while. But I mean, I still stay cool with everybody, man. So we'll click up every once in a while. But yeah, the case situation, she just completely fell off. Then I found her. Well, matter of fact, she popped up in my house like 2 years later. Hell, I wanted to have a baby. You could have still had your baby.
Wow.
You could have still had your baby. That wouldn't have stopped that. So it wouldn't have nothing. Wouldn't have stopped nothing. So we was working on some other stuff, and she did it again. I said, dude, just I'm done. She was like, okay, let's do this. And I said, hey, listen, I still got some doors open. So I hit a couple people up. I was like, listen, he's like, are you shitting me? Like 2 years later, he said, dude, send it. I bet. Sending her some shit, man. And she did it again. I said, yeah, Trump was right. She's scared of success. As long as we just here, she can do this. You want to cross the street, go down the road, go around the corner, up and
Can't do nothing real.
that's too far. I can't do that. I want to stay right here. And I realized that over time. I realized she was scared of success. When we went to New York, man, we did Paulo, dude. When you do Paulo, you get 3 sound checks and 2 rehearsals. You understand what that is? 2 sound, you check the mic twice, and you get 3 rehearsals. You actually come out and do what you're going to do. You get 3 of those, 2 mic checks. Man, doing all that, we blew the whole fucking venue out the door, man. That like she's like making phone calls while we're there. Like, we was on the 3rd floor. I did have the dressing room number, man. That's how pierced that was in my brain, man. I'm like, we gonna win this shit. Everybody come to y'all gonna win this. We was doing who can make the world swim, y'all gonna win this. We was like, okay, the senior group, they come, that's like, dude, they ain't seen nothing like y'all, man. Then we out there waving fire, we bumping, got our little routine, we crossing each other. Shit was hot, man. Lady was just like this. She said, you guys are going to blow the fuck up. This lady, you guys are going to blow the fuck up. She said, you guys are ready? She said, yeah, we ready. She said, y'all ready? She said, yeah, we ready. She said, you think I'm playing? She's on the phone. She said, listen, y'all going 4th. Y'all going 4th. They came back and said, well, we want y'all to go 5th. Came up again, though. We want y'all to go towards the end of the show. I was like, it's like, she said, honey, because I'm waiting for somebody to be here. Bad. They come up and get us, but when you up in the dressing room, we got a big old monitor in the hallway so you can watch who's out there. People out there like this, and they're like, okay, they did good, they did y'all gonna kill them. Do what y'all want to do. That's what we want, what y'all want to do. Like, that's all good, dude. They call us down. We get out there on the stage, man. and I got on I think I had on my overalls, I think I had on my Tim's, ready. Jack and Jill, we ready. Walk out on the stage, man, got the mics, people that was there to sound check and rehearse. It was like, yo, Jack, I'm slapping hands at everybody. She took off the stage, man.
Oh,
she took off running off the stage. And I'm looking back, like, what the fuck? The dude like, hey, what's going on? So they was like, lady was like, she's like, okay, shit, no, what's going on? So I don't know. Lady comes up to the front. I don't know, my kid, what you doing? She changed the fucking song. She changed the fucking song to a song we just done. Well, we don't even really got it down. We haven't rehearsed it. We ain't done nothing with this song. Nothing. Why would you do that? And I'm not lying, man. And of course we didn't win that shit. They was in the crowd looking at us like, it was a song about domestic violence. I did Paulo at 9:30 at night. After we done had 3 rehearsals and 2 sound checks.
On something completely different.
And you come out with, and the lady comes looking at me like, what the fuck is that? I'm looking at Kay like, what the fuck is that?
Sabotage.
Oh man, dude, all the way to a, man, I was
self-sabotage.
I was so pissed at that. We got pretty much all the way through the song. So by the time the dude come out with the hook, the song was done. So we walking off, he was like, man, listen, dude, what'd you change the song for? What'd you change the song for? Like, I ain't changed. Looking at her like, what the fuck was wrong with you? She said, well, because I thought that was a better song for us to do. Says who?
She didn't say nothing to you about it, or
didn't say nothing to me about it. Like, we on stage, we like this. I'm like, we slapping dots, people in the crowd, pointing at people, pointing at the lady, pointing at me, it's for you, nigga. It's for you, nigga. She was like, pshoo, like, whoa. What's going on? What are you doing? She come back up. Okay, ready. I remember how the song even came in, man. It's a whole different vibe, everything. Killed it. So she was like, y'all come back. She said, listen, come back next Wednesday. I said, listen, I'll pay for us to come out here on this. You know, I said, I'm out here working my ass off to make this shit happen. It's like, I can't afford to come back out here. Looking at her like, are you shit, man? So when I left off the stage, I went back in my dressing room. I'm sitting on the desk, feet on the chair, looking at the door. Door bust open, like, boom. There you coming in, people come. What the fuck was that? She's pissed. She said, I made all these phone calls for this, that, and the third. And what the fuck? Okay, said, well, I'm looking at her like, I can't believe you did that. I said, I can't believe you did that. No. Yeah, so that was super crazy. That was should have been my wake up call on that right there. Should have been my wake up call, but I'm like, hey, what was that about? So even on the way back, we flying back, we on the plane. I'm literally like what was that, man? What was that? What was that? I said, okay, you know how many doors you just slammed in our face off of that, man? And she had nothing to say, man. Had nothing to say after that. I don't even know why I was stuck with it. We did to New Orleans. We came up from New Orleans. I was done with it. I said,
yeah, that's tough.
That's very, very weird.
That's tough.
And when I say she was fired, she was fired. She was fired. She was fired. She had flow, man. And she could, you know, some people can stand up there and she had entertainment with it, you know what I mean? She was enjoyable to watch, like I say that. It was enjoyable to watch us on stage because we're moving around.
She vibing out.
Yeah, she vibing. She had rhythm. She did her thing, man. And that was another reason why I couldn't pick up rhythm good because they didn't have that vibe. They just
charisma,
robotic. And nah, she know how to move. If I'm about to mess up, she got me. She'll spin off from me, bounce off my back, do something, slide over here. She was just like we was in each other's mind, man. But that was in the past, done. So I started doing the Jakkster. I did a couple shows, man. I still had some fun. But what I was trying to do with the Jack and Jill thing, it is still bang right now. If somebody was to come out, 2 guys, a guy and a girl right now, they would blow it right now. They would blow it right now. Like literally, just lyrically. Because right now this mumble rap, I give it about another half a year. This is gonna be the last year for the mumble rap. They're going back to skills. This mumble rap is done. What'd he say? Nobody, because it's messing with the culture, man. Because kids thinking that's how you're supposed to talk. Talking, what? And it's horrible. And it's even a shame that it even went as far as it did. Now, if you can say something there, I can understand what you're saying. It's cool, everybody having fun, but now you got everybody doing. I see some kids, I don't know, how you talking, so you talking, intelligent kids. And why you sound like people, you whining and crying? I mean, you be hating, I'm not hating it. What would you say? What'd you say? Let me see your lyrics. Let me see your lyrics you wrote down. And it don't be nothing. It really don't be nothing, just a line. What you just riding the line? Like y'all stupid. That's funny. You guys are dumb, and you're going to hell for that. All of it, because you're changing the narrative of music, man. Because now rapping the skills, you ain't got to say nothing no more.
Right.
And that's what's messing. That's what's messing music. Cats ain't saying that no more. Or if they are, everybody's a killer. Everybody's a drug dealer.
Same context for everybody.
But this the thing about it is, if you can say the same shit, but if you can say it a different way, I heard it. Like I consider myself a lyrical movie. Most of the songs I got, I want you to ride. I want to pick you up today. Come on outside, give me a call, man. We're gonna ride. We'll drop you back off. So that's if you're not doing it like that, if everything you're saying is the same thing, I killed him, I shot him, I killed him, I shot him, I killed him, I shot him. Okay, you killed everybody, you shot everybody, who's gonna buy your shit? But if you can tell me that, like, if you can tell me that and where I can ride with it, like, okay, I feel it. Okay, yeah, okay, there's still 6 more people across the street. Let's go get them. I don't want to get out the car yet. It's been in this corner. I don't want to get out the car yet. So I tell cats, man, if you're gonna do it, just it don't even matter if it's you or not. If you can put on, it's entertainment. That's what it is, entertainment. So people gotta start taking everything as a grain of salt. Like, well, he said this is entertainment. And, people like, I think you get more visual from, when people say, what's the words, the lyrics he's using is so bad, messing up the generation. I'm not denying that, but I think you get more from a visual than you do from an audio. So all these movies they got coming out, people killing each other and all this crazy shit happening, and you mad at me for something I said on this record, turn it off. But that visual shit, you like this, like, oh, damn. Ooh, you see that? Ooh, you see that? And listening to it, put it like this. This is crazy. You're totally off track. What do you think a blind man sees in his mind when you say that nigga got his head blown off? What do you think he sees? That nigga got shot in the head. Big ass hole in his head. What do you think that person has never seen? What do you think their vision of that is? What do you think their vision is?
The brain splitting out the gore.
You know what I'm saying? The nigga shot him twice in the head. Really, be just 2 holes to the head. But that dude probably seeing, some cartoon shit like, oh my gosh, man. That just ran through my head sitting here. But
that's real though. That's a real question right there.
That's a real thought. Imagine what they see. Like, man, that bitch got a big ass head on her.
So long story short, he's saying you painting the visual with what y'all saying.
Most definitely.
Visual what you saying, visual what you saying. Lyrical movie.
You think Columbus has its own sound?
We do if people stick with it. It's just that everybody. This the thing you got.
Cali stole the sound too.
Yeah, Cali stole the sound completely, man. All that. This the thing people don't understand. All that G-Ride funk stuff. Look at all the artists they use. O.H.I.O players. Roger Troutman, Zapp. I can separate them two because Roger was with Zapp first. The Commodores, Troop, OJs, the Isley. Stop playing with me, boy. The Isley Brothers. But all this funk sound that they got, it came from the Midwest, man. It came from us.
That's real.
And they took it out there like they did. Y'all didn't do that, man. All that came from O.H.I.O, man. All that funk playing, funky came from O.H.I.O players. And them is white boys. People don't even know that. Baby, come back. Yeah, it's a white boy.
It's lit.
Lit. This on my playlist right now. But it's lit. But people don't understand that the West Coast, they lay back. No, that was us. Y'all took our sound and ran with it. And ran with it. People don't understand, but we got the East Coast, which is up by Cleveland, so we still got Ohio. It's in Ohio. So some people want to, well, we this and we that. No, man, we still had our own. We was the funk sound. The funk started right here in Ohio. It was funk with lyrics. So, they got the kids that's really diehard East Coast. That back then it was lyrical, lyrical content. Like, oh shit, what a bounce track to it. Stop playing with me, man. But they kept it apart. Boom, Snoop and them came and got it, took it out this way. New York kept that grind. Some actually had to kept the grind on them laid back tracks. It'd have been crucial, man.
That's different.
It'd have been crucial, man. So people be like, oh, y'all copy who sound? That's
us.
That's us, dude. That's us. That's us. I mean, really think about all the stuff that they did back there.
Should we take it back?
Man, the Chronic album. Look at the Chronic album. Look at all the samples that's on there. Come on, man. It's Ohio. That's all Ohio. That's all Ohio. The whole thing was Ohio. With a little for it.
You think we should take it back as artists?
We should take it back. Yeah, but nobody's really gonna try to bring it back because everybody's trying to be like somebody else.
That's very true.
Everybody's trying to be like everybody else. I'm trying to be like down south.
That's why we have so many different sounds out of the city now.
Sounds out of the city because everybody's trying to emulate what they see everybody else doing, and not knowing, dude, they emulated you.
Right.
They took what you do. They took you, and you trying to get you back, but
That's
you trying
real.
to copy them.
That's
hey,
real.
my dude, say that again. Hey, okay, I gotta do it like this. Nigga, this is you. I took this from you. Just go to sleep, turn on this music, and relax, and come back to you. And they don't understand that, man. So it's possible if they wake up. If everybody wake up, but it's been so many years. It's been over 25 years, man. It's been over 25 years. You go back to what's your man's name? MC8. Go back to MC8. You know what I'm saying? He still. They all got it from DJ Quick. Boom, 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 boom. All that's that Ohio funk, man. All that's Ohio funk. So you can go all the way back to the 80s, in the 80s. 87, 88, when they started really popping out, all that's Ohio funk, man. Q.
Yeah, we're one of the biggest houses of skating too.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Most definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely.
And no matter the place I've been up in the skate functions, man, and they jump off like Detroit, Columbus, Chicago, Columbus, Cali, Columbus, hell, even up in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they get it in Pittsburgh, but Columbus still number one. Columbus still number one. We got the Striders, we got the Prillers, we got the Riders.
We had a couple in here the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah, one recorded with us. Bro. We got them on the game.
Okay, well, he be the oldest.
Yep, Kirk Park. What's your thoughts though on the Columbus new sound? Like, I know you say you're not really big on the mumble rap. Is there anybody out of the city right now that you do like, or when did you kind of stop paying attention to the Columbus rap scene?
I'll be honest with you. There's nobody I don't like, because I know how hard this game is. So if you still stick with it, you putting out your material, man, I gotta give you respect.
For sure.
There's a lot of stuff I didn't like, I didn't listen to, man, but I would never like, oh, this shit trash. Not unless you get asked me, what you think? Like, it's cool. Don't press the button. It's cool. What you think for real? It's cool, man, because I'm 100. I'm going to tell you. That's the problem I have, man. I'm candy coated 3 times for you. Man, it's cool, man. Nah, for real, my nigga. What you think? It's cool, man. Man, the shit suck, man. Shit trash. It ain't on beat. You're fucking behind the beat. That snare y'all using, man, y'all need to open that Bible. It's so tight. Boom, 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 boom. The snare sound like the kick. Open that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that.
Right,
That's
you
what it gets to. That's what I kept telling you. Now I'm gonna tell you. So,
right.
But the thing about it is, you got the ones that can take that and gonna run with it. Like, I got you. I never thought about opening up the snares. Take it from a dum dum. Open that bit. I got you now. Like, yeah, I'm just listening to it like what's enjoyable in my ears. Like, you like that? I mean, I need to change this. And change it.
My dad was a drummer, so that's how it came to me with my production. I know exactly what you mean. Open it up.
Open it up, man. And you can change the different sounds. That's the thing too. If people would, if they would just really mess with the sounds, they might mess around and come up with a new sound, because there's so much stuff you can do now.
Yes,
But I think the program I have using now is Reasons, but Stroll uses the Windows. He got like 10 different programs. So I think I was using Reasons in my house, and I could dump it over to his through the freaking phone or through the computer.
I use FL.
FL. See, I don't even know what.
I think, well, I don't think back in the day it used to be called Fruity Loops.
Okay.
So now it's FL.
Okay. He has all those, but I think the main one that he likes to mess with is I don't even want to say New York. He probably got another one by then. But
more people using Pro Tools.
Yeah, Pro Tools is still hard. But the Windows, it's just like I said, you can take the bottom all the way out of the section. Bring it back up slowly. Boom. And that's hot, Stro. That's not fair. That's cheating. That's hot. But I don't dislike no artists. I just think that they all can't sound alike. I just don't like that everybody's starting to sound alike. Who can mumble the hardest? Who got the hardest mumble flow? Oh, that's hard. Let me hear yours. You're about to fall off the map. The mumble guys about to fall off because it's gonna come back to skills. You need some lyrics. And if you ain't saying nothing, they can understand you.
We got MCs out here.
We got some MCs. Columbus has some MCs. We got some cats with some lyrical content, and that's real talk. We got some cats with some lyrical content. So it's really self-preference. I guarantee there's somebody out here you're gonna like. There's somebody in Columbus you're gonna like. Like, oh, he's sweet. He sound like someone. No, he sound like him.
Exactly.
He sound like him. And that's the thing people gotta understand. Stop comparing everybody to everybody else.
Yeah.
When they took our sound in the first place, the niggas sound like them West Coast niggas. No, niggas sound like us.
Yeah, I heard that a lot.
And I hear that a lot. Oh, he sounded like the East Coast. No, that was our route too. Mainly up by Cleveland, up by Troy, up by what is it, Youngstown, all that up in there. Yeah, they mainly were Akron. They mainly bang the East Coast stuff.
The grimy stuff.
They bang the grimy stuff. But once again, it's still if you could have kept the grind with that funk, that funk sound. Yeah, we'd have been the hottest thing.
You know what? You know that now that you say that, bro. Dr. Dre tried that with the firm.
The first group he had out there.
He tried that, but again, he ain't us. He already took it from us and then tried to and bring in something else to it. So he tried to create what we. I'm seeing something that you're putting together right now.
What we tried to do us.
Yeah, like you said, that Chronic album was heavy sampled.
Heavy sample from Ohio. Yeah. It's heavy sample from Ohio, man.
I love that album. I think that's the best Drake, man. Because it was us. That's why we love it, right?
That's why I love it so much.
Exactly.
Every track, back to 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 back.
Yeah.
And as you listen to it, it goes. This is the craziest. You know, somebody give you an album and every song sounds alike. You can take this track, put it with that song. Take this song, put it with that track. Like, oh, it's all right. Probably wasn't like that. That album right there wasn't like that. You can. I'm not saying you can't make it go with it, but you're gonna have to slow it down. You know, blend that bad boy. You just can't just play and they play with each other. Like, oh, that go with that. No, that's what a lot of artists. Well, I can say a lot. I see artists starting to get away from that because I'm sure you heard some cats with some tracks. The first song come in, boom, it's right here. It goes down. Second comes in, boom, same spot. Everything's right here. Like, do nothing. Everything's just right. Oh yeah, that shit hot. Like, it's cool, man, but it's boring. It's boring. There's no pizzazz and no kick in it. There's nothing to make me want. It's like, oh shit.
I got some beats for bro. I'm hearing him talk.
Yeah. I like runners. I like runners. But yeah, that's another thing, man. That stop making all your stuff sound alike. Stop making all your stuff sound alike, man. I'm not telling you it's not okay to have a few songs. Like, if you want to do 5 songs and they all in it, but don't keep doing it like. You're gonna lose it. And that's where you mess up at. You're gonna lose it. I don't know shows I've seen cats half sleep in the chair from dudes like that. And a lot of just play CCOs.
So was that like not something you really saw back in the day, like in your era, or do you feel like it wasn't really like that?
It wasn't really like that back then. Back then, because everybody was trying to copy somebody else, so you always had somebody. And back then, there were so many people doing tracks, man. There was like one. There were so many people doing tracks, so you used to get a track from everybody. Everybody track. Whose track is hotter? Whose track is hotter? And there were so many groups back then, man, that it was crazy. And the cool thing about it was most of them got along. Most of them got along. There wasn't too many studios. I couldn't go in, and if I'm just sitting, somebody's having a session, I can go sit in them. What you think? This, that, and the third. What you think? Yeah, this, that, and the third. But I don't even know if they still do that now. I've been in the studio in a minute, but back then you could. It didn't be my clique, my group or not. It could be a whole nother. Like Big Daddy Sound, I was cool with their artists because I grew up with them dudes. So they could be in the studio across town. I could be on my way home. Like, what y'all doing? I'm in the studio. I could pop up. You know what I'm saying? I could be hollering at my man Bugs being there. Where y'all at? So and so, what y'all doing? In the studio, I could pop up. I don't know if you can still do that, but I could go to any studio. If somebody was doing something, I can go to anybody's studio. I ain't got to record. I just go pop up in there. What y'all doing? Check them out. Sit back there and listen on the session. I don't know if we can still do that. I haven't done that in years. But I'm asking y'all, can they still do that? Artists be sitting out there doing that?
Everybody do a little bit of anything.
Most definitely.
You know, people, you do got the people out there that requires more of a private, situation. But
I seen a couple close sessions. I didn't want nobody in. Oh yeah, he can come. I'm cool. Because I got my mans with me.
Yeah, it's more of a preference thing. It just depends on the size of the studio.
That's it.
But back then, back then, I don't care. Like, they could open the window. You sitting outside the car, like, yeah, let's go. But that was the love. Everybody was trying to pop. It was like a big old bubble, and everybody was trying to pop it. And the close, I guess Bow Wow was one who got the first pop out of it. I guess Bow Wow was the first one to got but he didn't come back and try to pull nobody up. That's the only thing I didn't think was cool about it. Don't forget we what was it, Alcoholics?
Alcoholics, and it was Fatty Cool.
Alcoholics was from here, Rashad was from here. Believe it or not, Neo used to be down here 24/7. Neo used to mess with Harpany. What was it? Was it Mid East? Remember them? Remember Harpany? Yeah. So he used to mess with my man. What was it? I got my man's name, man. So they was like boys. So Neo used to be down here all the time, kicking with them. And when I don't know why he didn't come back and pull nobody up with him, but man, Shit happens.
Yeah, we talked about that on my episode a little bit about how the ones that make it usually do it and leave and go elsewhere versus
They could have just had something here. You could have just had something. Hey man, listen, going back to Columbus, man, or going back to Cleveland, this and this, just come down. You could have told a couple labels, hey man, they would have came. They would have came because there's people out there looking for shit, man. But you just gotta watch who you mess with too, man. Because there's shit you're seeing it now across the industry, man. So I think God's put people to do things really for different reasons for stuff to happen. Because one of my man's sister used to work at Babylon. So I was sending him stuff. He was like, hey, kid, do this, change this and this. I can't bet, but it was always something. Change this. Okay, do this. Okay, I want you to send him. Like, you know what, man? I'm straight. It was like, I can't keep going in the studio changing everything. And I'm like, oh, you know, she said, that's just, I gave him the tape. We had tape today. I gave him the tape and we gave him the CD. His A&R people's like, yeah, they liked it, this and this and this and this and this. But they got too many artists. Okay, no problem. So I've had meetings with a couple of different labels. I just didn't like what they were talking. And I'm sitting there looking at them like, okay, if I put that down, I said, that'd be stupid, man. So this little money I get right here is supposed to be for me and her and to the album. Does what? Yeah, I can't quit my job for this. We just quit your job, move to New York. I can't quit my job, move to New York. For how much money are you talking about? Oh, that's not enough. I got car note, I got apartment bills. That's not enough. That's enough to pay me for my apartment maybe a year. I still got my car note. I still got other stuff. That's not enough, dude. I can't do that.
Yeah.
But people was taking it. Oh no, they gave me $30,000. After taxes, you got what?
Not even a year's salary.
After taxes, you got what?
Not even a year's salary.
Cool. Now, if he had to give it to you, like, this, but you claim it. You gonna claim it. That's the problem, dude. It's like, yeah, nigga, like, I'm not claiming shit. I'm not claiming shit, nigga. I mean, they're gonna come back on me. Because I just believe it's in my book that I gave it to you. I'm putting it in the taxes, and your name's gonna come up like, who'd you give it to? Well, he didn't claim that. So they would give me some game on different stuff. He said, whatever they give you, claim it. Yes, they show up like this, like, other than that, claim it. They give you a check, claim it. But dude, I'm out. Like, dude, it's $30,000. What's that? $21,000?
Man.
So come on, complain, man. Complain. They gone off to New York. And nothing happened. They back living with their mom, behind in bills, like asking for money to help pay their car notes. So the music game did jack a lot of people up because it's pipe dreams. A lot of pipe dreams out there.
Yeah, we talked about how that's mostly why they end is usually the bills and money and the things they chase every month.
What is it about back then though that had everybody wanting to, be in groups versus now where you see pretty much everybody comes in as individuals versus then just about most of the people started in the group?
Because it was, in my opinion, it was more fun. And why not, if we together, why not all get paid for it?
And you can experience the BS together. You have somebody to go through with.
Instead of you just ride with us all the time. Because they can ride all the time. Like, man, this nigga hotel room, you don't do nothing, but just kick it with this my dude. I don't mind. But when reality actually kicks in, like you don't rap, you don't play no instruments, you don't even help carry shit in. You ain't even bringing this pussy. You haven't even smoked the weed. Why you here? And it gets real, man. But most of the people that was in the group, they was all contributing. Okay, he do the beats. Okay, he might be the mixer guy. Them two are the rappers, and they do the sound. And then he one got the sound. So everybody was pulling their own way. Everybody was doing something. So that's the reason why I would say the groups back then. Because even then, when you go somewhere, like literally, you come in already equipped. I need somebody I need somebody you can play this for me. Can you put that on? Where the mic's at? I had my own mic. I kept recorders on me. So I used to struggle with my engineer. So when we came out, he was really like one stroke in the sound. Went over there, boom, boom. We got the mic, sound check, those, got it. So that was one thing that was different too. But people come in and it was just easier to do stuff as a group than it was solo. Back then it was. Now if you already got everybody in position, you're good, but you still got to get this to it. Hey, where the mic's at? If you don't have your own. Hey, how far the sound? Can you turn that up? How far can I get to the speaker? I don't have my earpiece in. Something like this. You need a crew. You need a crew.
Did you have a set producer you used to work with back in the day, or did you kind of like work with different producers?
Maestro. I made a mess with Maestro.
Who was the main one?
Maestro was the main one. My dude, 360. Like 360, I have a Maestro 360. Who else did I mess with? Maestro was the main one. That I messed with. So, but like I said, I did a lot of my own stuff, but I would take it to him and he'd bring it to life.
Okay.
He'd bring it to life. I would do stuff at home on my leases or my rolling 808, and I'd take it to him and he'd
mix and match,
and bring it to life, and you know, like it's here. I want a force, not a force. And he wanted to turn me on to the full sound of music. I opened my ears up like, oh shit, that's beautiful. Like, yeah, but then like he said, it's not the gear, it's the ear. So even when I started mixing it, I started mixing stuff. It took 5 hours to do that. I did it in 3, and my mix was better than his. I said, because I got this, and I gotta have this, and you don't need all that, dude. I got basic shit, which watch how it sounds. The levels is banging right, dude. It's like, man, who you send it to? And I did this in strokes for 2 hours. I said, you don't know. You did that 5 hours, you're lying or you suck. I mean, but how you want to put it? So he sent it to his boy. Matter of fact, my dude Doe, we did a song on live. And he sent it out to Florida, California, to get it mixed. And it came back and it was sounding like shit. I'm like, dude, that sounds horrible. So it's like, we already paid this dude, it's your man's. I'm not happy with it. Not happy with it. So I said, we can make the damn CD. I called Strobe, like, look, hey, Strobe, what are you doing? He said, I need to come over there. I did that. I came over there, part of everything. He said, listen, they started doing it. I was tweaking all this shit. Bringing this stuff. He added a whole nother even rhythm to it, too. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, don't do that. And with that shit, man, popped it out, called dude up when I met him at my man's house. Oh yeah, let's listen to the difference. So I did that 2 hours, dude. I just did that 2 hours because I want to tell you that your man is either taking our money, bullshitting, or he's a piece of shit and stop sending more stuff out there. That was bullshit. But yeah, it's not the key. It's not the gear. It's the ear. It's the ear. It's that ear that you can. You can do some bullshit, make some great sound. You can have all this great shit and do bullshit. It's basically that.
Very true. Very true.
How has being a father influenced your approach to life?
Hell, where that come from?
Yeah.
Being a father
Influence your approach to life.
What's my approach to life?
You and Mom had me young.
Yeah, and now you go by Coach Mo, so you're in a different bag
Being a
these
father,
days.
man, you know the real talk, man. You know, I was from East Side. My man, my address was wrong. It was 1271 East 4th. Stayed at the house right on the corner of the alley.
I know where you at.
The house right on the corner of the alley. My thing was, man, we all did dumb stuff. And I got myself hemmed up. When he was born, I was vacation. And I made a pact, man, that he will never have to come see me behind no bars, man. And that was a strong pact to make. But when I had him, it's when everything just really opened my eyes up because my dad wasn't around. And I seen too many kids who didn't have their fathers. Hell, my friends, we didn't have our fathers. And I seen my friends who did have their fathers, they just lived different. You know what I mean? Like, really, they lived different. Like, his mom and dad together. And they got 2 cars. He got the Clico Vision and the whatchamacallit. But I just put life with it, like a perspective of like, hold on, man, so you can always do better than 2 than you are with that. But I said, my son never come see me now. I'm done with this. You're never gonna come see me behind no bars. Unless it was some real deal. I had to put a man motherfucker down. Or it was some real shit. It ain't gonna be like, aren't you looking? It ain't never. I will walk away in a heartbeat. And plus, when I did my little stay, I had this real life. I think I was 19 years old. I was 18, 19 years old. I miss Maria. I was B doing. This dude is like big old dude. Like, he like 5 of them. Hey, sitting there playing cards by the TVs. Dude come on the corner, big dude. Hey Mo, so and so wants you. I look back at these dudes. He just came back from a visit. So I can hear him over there. I'm like, shout out this dude, man. I hear him. Everybody know pod here. Look at this dude, man. I did a little my dumb ass did a little, huh? He said, yo, man, for real, he want to holler at you. I'm like, okay, I'll be back. Went over there, man. He said something about sitting at the bunk, man. He jumped off the top bunk. He jumped off that bunk. He like, sit your ass down. I said, okay, so you just asked me twice. Let me sit down. Looking at this dude, man, he was balling. He said, let me tell you something. Worst pain ever I felt in my life is my sons need me. And ain't shit I can do for them. Ain't shit I can do for them. You don't act like these assholes out here. You got some smarts about you. You don't want your son to have to come see you in jail so he'll tear you apart. The whole time he's doing this, he got snot bubbles popping out, veins popping out. He like, and I'm sitting looking at me with my back against the backbone over here, against the foot of the bed. Looking at this dude, like, looking at these 2 dudes standing up here, looking at this dude right here blocking off the opening between them. I'm like, okay, you called me. I'm saying to myself, y'all called me in here for what? He was like, I called you in because I don't want you to feel the pain that I feel. And I see all these niggas right here. Look at them. I'm looking at you, looking at you, looking at you. If we see you in any place, we're going to You're crazy, man. He said, I'm doing you a favor, brother. He said, you do not want your son to come see you in jail. You do not want your son to have to need you and you can't do shit for him because you don't put yourself in a fucked up situation. And he goes off again to the crying, punching the wall and stomping his feet and shit. And it's going on for about 45 minutes, man, but he got my attention full throttle. My attention. I'm looking out, I see the hurt in his face. And he's I'm doing this, my third 10-year bid. Said I've been in and out the joint since I was 15 years old, dude. I was about 19, he was like 50. And this mug is just ripped up, just I'm looking at this mug. This dude right here, that would have pierced through me, all the way through my whole body. I'm looking at his pain. It's like, I don't ever want to feel that. I don't ever want to feel that. So as I get out here, I gotta walk back out to the cars and sit there. And that shit just was, I couldn't get it out of my head, man. I called your mom, was like, yo, I'm done. I'm looking at this dude over here, and you know, he ran the pod. It's like, I don't want to be like that. So I don't know what that feeling, man. This is my first son, I was locked up. My second son, I was locked up. My third son, I was locked up. I've been out 6 months, got another son, but I found out I had one by this lady over here, so I've been in his life. And they need me. I'm about to go do another team, man. I feel like breaking something. I'm like, holy shit. But it's piercing. And when I got out, when you know they say if you take your commissary, nigga, you coming back. I took everything. I ain't never coming back. Knock on wood. I was done. I ain't saying I did dumb shit. I didn't do dumb shit like I was doing. Done with it, man. That was my. He saved my life. Real talk. Having my boy saved my life, man. He saved my life. And that's real talk. I got a good son. He ain't out here doing crazy shit, and I had 2 more. So this process started again. You are not gonna have to come see me in jail. And I refused, and I made sure that I stayed with my wife, so they was both living in a 2-parent household their whole life. And I made that a point, a fact that this is what I'm gonna do. And I've only got 3 boys by the same girl. I have a bunch of babies mamas. I refuse. Not doing that, man. But like I said, even in those stages there, just but that right there, I don't have people talk to me, but that right there,
Resignate, yeah.
that shit pierced through me like a blade, man. Like I nigga, you don't need to be doing this, man. You wilding out, dude. Chill out, make your ass hurt, get a job, do this and this.
I know you are a Little League football coach as well, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
as a Little League football coach for the Columbus Ice, what values do you emphasize on your players, both on and off the field?
Good question. Honesty. Mainly be honest with yourself, man. Be honest with yourself and those around you. You're going to go far, man. Thing is, you can't live someone else's dream. You can't live a dream, and if all the stuff you say you want to do, you got to put the work in for it. You got to put the work in to get whatever you're trying to get out of life or get into life. You got to put the work in. So I tell the kids all the time, man, everybody want to be a running back, a quarterback. You don't put the work in for it, you can hang that up. And see, the biggest problem with that is it's not even the kids, it's the parents. Parents are trying to live vicariously through their kids. When I played, I was a running back. When I played, I was a quarterback. But when you played, you was 6'4", 200 pounds at 10. Your kid is 4'3", 83 pounds. That's a huge difference. Well, he got my blood. He got my blood in him. And I've been looking at these parents like, okay, cool. But I tell the kids, man, work hard for whatever it is you want, especially at this age. Right now, you're young because you're not doing nothing but preparing yourself for high school. High school prepares you for college. College prepares you for the next level. But you want to get to the next level, even you got to put the work in, man. And that's just what I instill on every kid, man. Put the work in and be honest and truthful with yourself. Is this what I really want to do? Or am I going to go through this grinding 3 months off season and really put this work in so when the season come back around, I can be that man? You got to ask yourself, is this what I really want to do?
You guys won the city this year, right? You want to shout out your coaching staff?
Oh, what's up, fellas? Mees, Magic, Dave. Yeah, we won the city. We won our city league this year. Was it? But I'm in contender every year. I'm either missing about the second round of the playoffs or losing the championship. So I'm pretty much always in the hunt somewhere. But it's the work we put in. I do a lot of stuff with these kids, man. I do a lot of stuff with them, man.
Yeah, talk about the training. Like, how can they parents reach you to get their kids the training?
Okay, I train. 6 to 8, Tuesday through Thursdays at 784 Morrison over there over in the Gahanna area. It's $150 a month, but we get instead of an hour, it's 2 hours. So you'll be banging for 2 hours. But we getting the work in, man. We work on dynamic, explosive movement. It's a big thing. Foot placement. Understanding when I put my foot to the ground, I'm doing it for a reason. Putting my foot to the ground and do something else. And that's the biggest thing I teach cats. I teach them foot placement and speed and agility. Coach Mizzo.
How long have you been doing this training for?
Ooh-wee, man. I've been coaching for about 25 years. I've been training for about 20.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, I became really doggish at it by the last 10 years, and I started really understanding what everything was really doing. Like, okay, he's doing this, it looks sweet, but I know what everything does now. So now I'm 10, 15 years solid on why I do this, why I do this. Like I use it. One of the big things I use is the steppers. People thought I was crazy. You doing the Roy J. Fonda aerobics? Yeah, okay. There's not too many kids that didn't even finish the program when we're doing them. Can I take nope? We only got 3 more sets. Let's go. I said, but they're huge. You want quick feet? You got to train your feet to be quick. You want to be explosive? You got to train your body to be explosive. That's what cats don't do. I see some trainers, they do stuff with their feet. Oh, that's cute. But they're not putting power to it when they do it. They just got quick feet for no reason. No. It's got to have a reason, purpose. Everything I do is with a purpose. So
that's football only.
No, I have soccer kids, baseball kids. I have kids that play lacrosse, tennis players. No, when I do speed and agility, my biggest thing. I mean, understand. I'm really saying foot placement, showing you when you put your foot up when you run. When people walk, it's a natural stride. When you run, it's grass muscle tripping over their feet. They go to cut this way, trip over their foot. I really teach that, so you don't do that. So when I say I'm showing you how to open up your hips, how do we move this leg, replace it with. Yes, I do a lot of stuff. You want to get right, come mess with me. I will get your feet right. I will get your feet right.
Now, are you a former athlete as well, or how'd you get into this space? Like, what time? This the Jakkster right here. So how'd you end up becoming a trainer?
Knowing what I needed, having different kids, coaching for all these years, having different kids, and they can't do what I need them to do. So I start working with kids, running backs. Main thing I work with is running backs. I don't mean it like that, but all the running backs that I've had the privilege and blessing, when they got in high school, they all started. Then it's a blessing and a curse to me. I don't think that if you're built for it, you're a freshman, you can start. But everybody's not built for that, especially running backs. Man, I've had coaches like literally mad at me right now because their son coming into freshman, they want to be in the backfield, and the coaches talked to the dad. Dad came to me. What you think? It's me and the dad having a conversation. I don't expect.
Before you were a coach?
No, I was speaking to coach, but no, this is his son's in high school.
Okay.
So the high school coach is like, no, we need him on varsity. But the dad comes to me talking. We're talking. So my opinion on that, nah, man, he's a freshman. He just turned 14. He didn't take no hits from them 17, 18, 19-year-old grown men. 18, 19 are grown men. He's 14. He don't need to take them hits like that. He's got 4 years. He's not going to do that for 4 years. My opinion, no. He went and told the coaches that. Went and told the coaches that. They was looking at me like,
you told them what?
Yeah. But I didn't understand why. And I said, like, what's up, coach? They just look at me like. And one of the coaches, we still cool. He walked by and was like, yo, man, why'd you tell you that? Told you what? That his son should play varsity. What are you talking about? Like, who told you that? There was like 3 parents that I told that to. And I told the coach, no, I don't want to play varsity. The coaches was mad at me, like, dude, it was just an opinion. Everybody has one. It's an opinion. My son was 14 years old and this tall. There's no need to play varsity. You got all them kids. This is what it comes down to. You telling me that this 14-year-old is better than that 15, 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old running back you got? And you say, yeah, slap yourself, dude. If you say yeah more than twice, that means your program is trash. And I hate to say that, but I'm keeping it 100. If you telling me I can bring kids into your high school and they start their freshman year, that's 14 years old, starting over your 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old player that's been in your program, and this dude coming in out of 8th grade, yeah, y'all trash.
Yeah, he got what he got before he got there then.
Yes.
And the guys that got what they got from y'all ain't doing it.
And that's one of the conflicts that I run into with different programs when kids go off to high school. And they coach, Mom, starting varsity. Like, oh man, that's cool, but gee whiz, dude, you just turned 14. You young. What position? Receiver. Oh my goodness, you don't need to do that, dude. You ain't been hit by nobody like I've been. Quick story, running back. I'm not gonna say his name. He was going to Afrocentric. Stud. He played little league with us. He was a stud. He goes to high school. I said, man, you ain't been hit by nobody like that. Oh, coach, I'm gonna hit him with these moves. I'm gonna do this and spin off of him. How much you weigh, man? Like 160, 170. You ain't been hit by nobody that's 240, 210, 215. That's faster. That's coming downhill. Man, you talking crazy, man. Do this and do that on everything, man. They played, I think it was Big Water. And the whole team is linebackers. You know what I'm saying? The whole team is, man, that dude hit him so hard, he spun his helmet sideways. Bow. He said he was laying on the ground. This is when he came to our game Saturday. He said, Coach Ma, was laying on the ground, looking at the side of my helmet. They thought I was laying like this. Everybody was trying to turn my helmet. I got to tell him, like, stop. He said, when the dude hit me, he said, the only thing I seen was your big ass head saying, you ain't been hit by nobody like this. He's 240. He's faster. You're 6'2", 240. You ain't been hit by that. And he said that's all he kept saying. He said, I seen your whole face and everything. You ain't been hit by nobody that's 6'2", 240. He's faster than you. He said, and I got the helmet off and was just cracking up. I said, what'd you do? He said, I want to set my ass on the bench. I want to set my ass on the bench. He said, I come out and tell you this today. He said, man, you ain't never lied. He said, man, that dude hit me so hard. What happened to all the shakes? He said, man, that dude was fast. I told you. You're 14 years old. That's a grown-ass man. He's playing linebacker. He's bigger than you and faster than you. And he coming downhill. Bow! Even his boys like, Coach Booth, you ever been there, dude? His feet came up. I was like, he said, oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
He said, my man did the lead block, went to make my move, kick to the outside, that outside linebacker. He said, man, listen, he hit me so hard. He said, Coach Booth, my whole helmet spun sideways. I'm looking out my ear hole. He said, I'm laying there dizzy, and all I can see was your face. You ain't been hit by nobody that's 6'2", 230, or 240 faster than you. I said, what's the dude? Is he laughing? He said, where's his face at? I said, my face is this way. The helmet is sideways. I had to turn my head back into the helmet and get it off. He would come to the games like, you better listen to him. You better listen to him.
Speaking from experience.
Speaking from experience.
That's funny.
Well, that was super fast. I see to do that laugh. Yeah, man, you never gonna lay that down, dude. Never.
What message do you have for the Columbus youth?
Get involved in something. Stay active. There's nothing in these streets. An idle mind is a devil's playground. That's the realest thing I'm gonna say. Idle mind is a devil's playground.
Yes, sir.
Find something to get into that's legal. There's too many rec centers out here. If you don't like that rec center, go to another one. But then if you can't, I mean, just the thing is something, man. It don't have to be a sport. Go to the library and pick up a book. I said, if you want, I mean, there's too much stuff you can do for you to sit out here and do dumb stuff in these streets, and that's real tough. And they're gonna say, well, you had that when you was growing up, but it was a whole different era. It was a whole different era. Kids was left home by themselves the whole days. You don't see a lot of that no more.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of that.
You right about that.
You don't you home all day. I made 2 sandwiches in there for both of y'all.
Don't open this door for nobody.
Stop it.
Yeah, we grew up on that.
And when the phone rings, it's gonna be 2 rings and hang up, then a ring again. You know it's me. The phone gonna ring 2 times. It's gonna stop, ring again. Don't answer that phone nowadays. Hello.
Right. Yes.
My mom's not here. Just me and my brother.
Right.
He's 5. Yep.
He was playing games on the phone when somebody started calling. You know what I mean? Like he already had a phone to begin with.
Yeah, real talk, man. Real talk, man.
Yeah.
And I just man, stay active in this stuff, man. If you got a dream, you're gonna chase it. You athletes, man, practice your craft now. This is when you get better at it. This is when you get better. You're gonna fall. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do that. But get better at it. Pick yourself up. Dust yourself off. Keep going. You doing the music, man. Right. Right. You can't do nothing but get better. Right. You gotta write something every day. Speaking, I got a friend right now. He's working on his read. I tell dude, I said, make it. You can get something simple and just read that same article every day for just 5 minutes. Read every single day. Well, man, it doesn't matter. Get a kid's book. Anything. Get anything. It's a simple fact that your mind is running. You gotta read the same thing every day. Did he listen to me? No, but now he's listening to me now. He was like, yo, Coach Bro, man, this is crazy. He said, I understand this whole article now. I don't even know what it is he's reading. He said, but I read it every day. I said, so now you should be able to flow through it. And the words you see on that page, it's going to be words you see on other pages. They call sight words. When you see that word, you know what that word means. I never looked at it like that. This dude 30 years old. It's crazy.
I got one for him too, closed caption. Closed caption to get you right. Turn closed caption on your TV.
Closed caption on
TV.
True that.
And it'll teach you how to write according to the way it's being spoken. So it's almost like somebody reading you a book. You know what I mean? So it worked for me personally.
That was his gym right there.
Yeah. There, and there. Put them in all order for you. There, and there. That's one thing I said about. That's deep. You see that? Yeah. Closed caption. Yeah. I'm telling you that too. Turn the closed caption on TV.
Turn it on, he won't even recognize it. They get to the point where they irritate him. Then he get to the point he'll start reading it. You know what I mean?
That's how it go.
I had a TV where I couldn't turn it off. I had a remote issue.
But it made you an avid reader.
And it actually made me prefer for a segment of my life. I preferred the closed caption on because I was used to it. For a little segment.
I thought I was gonna learn Chinese like that. You ain't want to know? He said, jump off the roof. He's like, I can't say it like
Yeah,
that, but
man.
I know what he said.
That's what I did for Spanish, like to help me learn it quicker. I like on the PlayStation, I switched everything to the Spanish. So like the notifications, everything was popping up in Spanish. I just had no choice but to figure out what it was saying. You know, you could kind of figure out your way through a lot of the stuff, but then some of it you would have to figure it out. What does that say? What did that say right there? Somebody tried to send you a message and it say something completely different in Spanish. You're like, wait, what they say? You know, you got to go in there and really figure out the language. So just something. Sometimes you got to kind of force yourself a little bit, make it like all you see, and you have no choice but to pick it up.
That's good stuff.
You know.
When I get out of here, when they call me, I'm definitely telling you, man, tell me close touch on TV.
It's only it work.
For sure.
You do that for like a year or two, you be different.
It's real.
You be different.
I mean, dogs can learn. Dogs can learn
crazy.
another language too. You know, you got dogs who understand Spanish commands. You hear it long enough,
bro.
He'll comprehend it eventually.
One thing that made me like, hey man, people of other nationalities, babies are born. How do they understand their mom?
Exactly.
Instead of understanding me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if they had all these people in their life that speaks different languages? They would grow up knowing everything.
Understanding.
Just because of what God give them.
That's like you said, the sooner the better. You know, when you're in that prime of your youth like that, you know, this is when you're supposed to be really doing all this stuff.
That's how we took a Chinese baby and brought it to America.
Just learning, it knows English. You
You
get what I'm saying? And that's crazy. That's crazy. With no acknowledgement of learning, just learning it.
It's gonna learn Chinese because
Kind
of
of
the
the same
home.
way he learned Spanish, just by interpreting the way it was responded
Yep,
and figuring it out.
that's it.
So if you got an American chicken that go gobble gobble,
Mm-hmm.
it's a Chinese chicken.
That's right.
Speaking of dogs, he's a dog breeder too.
You breed them?
Oh, you get into dogs?
Man, all my dummies breed dogs. What you breed?
Okay, look, I got bullies.
That's
Hold
my
on.
man's
Look, but that's common, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I got some beautiful ones too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But bro, I breed African boar bull massive.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
You know, E-Mac?
Yeah, I gracefully
Okay, that's
through
my guy. That was-
people.
I knew you was gonna say you
Yeah,
breed. I knew
yeah.
you was gonna say you breed them dogs. I don't know why I did it, but I knew you was gonna say
I got some monsters. Hey, mastermind boar bulls.
Tap in.
They everywhere. Find
Tap
them.
in.
I knew you was gonna say you had some different dogs. I don't know why I knew you was
I'm
gonna say
looking for partners, bro. You want to get in on a boat with
This
me?
is my dogs. This is my dudes. And this is no lie. I just happened to look out the curtain and they were sitting there.
Look at the colors. Is
Just
them not
like,
my
yeah, I
puppy's
was about to
colors?
say, just like the one that
Blue
was over here
fawns, bro.
last
I got
week.
blue fawns, pretty much. But mine's got blue noses, blue masks on their faces, blue eyes.
Very similar.
But color like that. Like when it came out, they looked at lacquer, or not lacquer, but
like, dude, this dog came out with muscles. Like these dogs.
I would get into defining something for y'all, bro, but my pictures is just too
No,
much.
I mean, I just had these because, like, literally, I was sitting in this kitchen and they were, shut up, you dumb dogs. I turned around and was like, hey, Glade, get my phone.
Good one, right? That's how I get them. And that's why my picture game is crazy, because I get a lot of that.
Like, dude, but if the squirrel hadn't have been on the pipe, they'd have all been looking at me.
Right.
But this girl jumped onto the pipe because this girl was looking at them. I'm like, what are you looking at? Shut up, that break. And I got those all looking at me. I didn't get my phone. I looked away, man. But I got a killer too, man.
Okay.
I got a Labrador, man.
I got one final question for you before you leave. What type of legacy do you want to leave behind when it's all said and done? When it's all said and done.
What my legacy used to be, man?
You about to be a grandpa.
You know,
That I made an impact on a lot of people's life for just being me. All the kids that I touched at this sports stuff, all the kids that I touched with this music stuff, even the kids that I touched at the school that I'm at. I want them to remember me like, hey, Mr. Arnold was 100. And no matter what, he always kept it 100. He was the truth. If you want to know something, know the truth, don't ask him. Unless you push the button, he's going to tell you. But I want to be known as he kept it, Mr. Arnold, Coach Mo, Jakkster, he kept it 100.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's one of my stories.
That's funny.
Yeah, very.
I got one more question for you too. Now, we can't let you go without getting this one. Is there a chance that we get to see a comeback for the Jakkster on the music scene? We got a crazy Columbus music scene right now, man.
I know, and
Can we get you back in there for one more album?
You saying that, man, because you know Eddie B.
I'm not familiar.
Eddie B. He was the
Shake
producer.
mentioned him.
Okay.
He was the producer for the Columbus Mob.
Okay.
He hit me up. He was like, Mo, let's do one more. Let's do one more. He
One
was
more.
Like, this a couple weeks ago. He said, Mo, let's get one more.
You still got the game to give, man. We can hear it. You still got game to give.
I hope so, man. I just hope the thing is, I don't know how I know I'll have fun. I'm gonna have fun whatever I do. So it don't matter. I'm him. I have fun. Whatever I do, I'm gonna have fun at it. But yeah, he told me the same thing, man. Like I said, and Digger, Dame is constantly sending me stuff, and he be, I'm not gonna lie, trying to pull me a little bit. Like, that track is hot, bro. I don't want to, excuse me, I don't want to do all the shows and stuff no more. You know what I'm saying? That was tiresome.
Yeah.
Driving out of town, and don't get me wrong, it was fun. But I got kids now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Brand may be on the way.
He keep throwing that.
You're right. He trying to get you ready for that. You know? It's your new title.
That's one of my female tries. That's the winner. That's the father that blues, tries, the lacquer puppies, and blues.
I'm about to turn into my dude Lane, man, because he went out of town to breed his dogs.
You know what the rock water pattern?
Yes, he had a couple of them. He had one that was the one he got now. She's like red or orange. It's like a burnt Sherpa color. I constantly laugh at the dog. It's like an ugly dog. I think the dog understands me. But he went all the way to Tennessee to breed his dogs, man. And the crazy part is, this is how small the world is, and I stress this to people. He goes all the way to Tennessee to breed his dog, man. And he's, don't put me on speaker. It's number one. Don't put me on speaker without telling me, because I don't know what I'm gonna say. My mouth will say, I might be thinking about this, and this will come out. So I tell him, don't put me on speaker. Everybody knows that. He got me on speaker. He was like, man, I'm out here in Tennessee, man, and the white dude, cause that boy out here down there, damn dog, man, on fucking shit down and shit, cause his dog trying to mate it, and my dude's dog kept sitting down.
Yeah.
He was like, that damn dog, man, shit. He said, I gotta do it. So I'm listening. And like talking, I'm listening. I said, hold on, man. Let me get this right. You drove 9 hours. Dude said, ah, damn it, put the glove on. I'm on speaker. Don't put me on speaker, because I forgot I'm on speaker. Let me get this right, Lane. You drove 10 hours to Tennessee for some hillbilly white dude to jack your dog off? Man, that phone hung up so quick. Look at that was beautiful.
That's crazy.
No, it was beyond crazy. He said that he called me back, but didn't tell dude I was on the phone. That motherfucker, he don't know I make this much money. I make $300,000. Who the fuck is right there? I was like, man, I'm sorry. I didn't. You had me on speaker.
I meant no offense.
But dude gets to talking, and he was like, let me tell you something, dude. He said, this is how crazy it is. Your dog came from my kennel. So apparently, so he checking the paperwork, and he doing the blood. So he said, your dog got, he said, hold on, so we get it from. So he tracing it back. You get it from this person over here. He said, yeah, his dog came from my kennel. So I'm going to knock 5,000 off on this breed for you. He knocked 5,000 off. He told my dude, he said, but I'm going to have to sell him. He said, because if you're selling for this, he said, I'm getting 10,000 off from mine. He said, them ones over there, but he had it so smooth where when this one was having babies, that was next. It was like, so it was like every 3 months he's having puppies. And at one day, so many pictures of these months, this room before them, these little big head dogs running around, but dude was like, you told this dude on his property, he said, I'm out here with sticks, and you on the phone to mine, let me get this right. You rode all the way 10 hours to Tennessee for some country bumping and jerked your dog off. That's some gay ass shit. Fuck you, click. Yeah, but it was comedy, man. He was like, dude, his girl called me. He's got a big ass mouth. I like, dude, for one, don't put me on speaker without telling me.
Right.
And my dude was cracking up. People out there was, I mean, I wasn't trying to be funny. I was being honest. He said, nigga, you drove 10 hours fast. You couldn't find nobody in Columbus? Bam. Couldn't find nobody in Columbus to breed dogs? Bam. Now he knows somebody in Columbus to breed dogs. So that's where I was going with that. I mean, that's how it was. He was going all the way out of town trying to find the right breed. And the dude come back in town, dude was just like, I didn't say, but he said, don't come over here. He's here. I don't see like that. He said, I was just little, man, this dude like 6'8", 300 something pounds, real live, suspended wearing, goose spitting. What that boy say? See, I heard it like, what that boy just say?
Backwards, mud. Yeah.
Backwards. He said, man, you got me out of this. Takes this mud. What if he had a guess? Yeah, you've been. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you wouldn't have made it out.
I said, I'm
if
sorry.
it was bad, it would have been bad.
No, that's fine.
Look at show you the detail on this man.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Right in the door.
Look at the back of this thing. My bad. I see you good.
If it's if you were to come back though, are there any artists or producers that you will for sure?
Man, I'm looking. For me to come back, I need a female. I do got.
We need a new Jill.
I got like 4 songs that I got to do.
Okay.
And once again, the stories. I'm a storyteller, a lyrical movie, and I still want to do it, but I need a female that can go. Real talk. I don't want no. Honestly, preferably over 40. So I know she'll have value and just morals of what's really going on. There ain't in it because I'm cute. This is what I want to do. Like, okay, this is my last chance to make this happen. Let's make some money off of this. I want somebody who's dead for real. That's like, hey, listen. And if I find a female that's like that, I met one, but she just wasn't it.
Off of that, what you just said, like it kind of being a now or never moment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if you ran into Jill and she felt like that?
I couldn't. Fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah, I get it.
Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, I'm just dumb as fuck. I'm just a dumbass.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but now and there people out there like that. I can't talk about people and do shit that I talk about people doing.
That's real.
Hey, let me ask you this though. If you put it on a different level, well, I mean, I'm not saying you can even reach her, you're saying, but like put it in the sense of use her to train your new chick of the chemistry you need.
And that's the thing. I would love to do that, but once again, she might not show up.
Yeah, but she ain't showing up for that.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe she didn't want to get in front of the camera or
No,
something.
she don't show up for herself. Like, hey, we got this event. We come in the studio, we rock, blaze out. In the shows here, we blaze out. Hit the road out of town. Like, are you okay? People coming down the street, like, hey, are you kidding me, man? Like, we did a show in the park. And there's about 50,000 people. We rocked, but it was in O.H.I.O. It was in O.H.I.O. Even the venue at the Freaking Essence Room wasn't that big. It was thousands there, but it wasn't that big. But we, boom, blew that. Big Easy blew that. We down in Lancaster, down at the, what is that down in Lancaster? Rosie, there was a club down in Lancaster back in the day. Oh, no, the Rose. That was called the Rose. That called the Rose. Blew that spot. You gotta go somewhere. Just disappeared, bro. I mean,
Well, y'all heard it, y'all. All we need is that right Jill. We need the Jill. We can get the Jakkster back in the booth. It's that simple. Hey, we on the hunt. Where y'all at? Where she at? It's on the way. It's been a pleasure, though, Jakkster. We appreciate you spending this time with us today. Any closing words before you get out of here?
Man, stay true to yourself, man. Do what you like to do. Life is short. If you enjoy doing something, if it's not harming nobody or hurting nobody, or it is going to harm nobody or hurt nobody, man, do life. Do you. Have fun in life, man, because you only get one.
You got anything like Instagram tags, Facebook tags, they can find you in the coaching or anything like that?
Coach Mo. What is it? Facebook is Michael. Just put in Mo. Coach on the Facebook is Mo. And what is it? Instagram? It's Coach Mo 614. Coach Mo 614.
Coach Mo 614.
Yes.
Columbus
Columbus Ice.
Ice.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. That does it for this episode. Until the next time, Central Ohio Creators, Mastermind Click, we out.
Thanks, fellas.